What if you had to turn your life upside down because of someone else's problem? I guess you'd be. Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 39 of Between a Rock and a Hard Place. I am your host, Jrock, the GameRocker. Welcome yet again to another week. Haven't missed one yet, and I surely don't want to miss one, at least till the year mark, the big 1 year. Got some weeks before that happens. Let's start off the episode with some thank yous. Has been the new ritual at the beginning of the episodes is thank yous, and I want to say thank you to my friends Elle, Tony, and Steph. They helped me and my wife out this week by housing our animals for 24 hours. More about that later, I'll talk to you, but thank you, Elle, Tony, and Steph. You guys really helped us out in our hour of need. I also want to give a thank you to Brad from Cheapies. If you remember from last week, Cheapies was the store that the crazy pyromaniac set the fire in. One of my favorite stores, and they had a sidewalk sale there, and I grabbed a few games that I was looking at there, and Brad said, don't worry about it, friend to a friend, here's a gift, and he gave me these games for catching that guy, so that was really awesome. I got Jrock for PlayStation 2, Jrock Evolution, sorry, Mech Assault for Xbox, original, and Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb for original Xbox. So that was awesome that my good deed, catching that bad guy, ended up with me getting some games, which was unnecessary, but thank you very much, Brad. Just kind of goes to show you what goes around comes around. People try to do good things, and good things happen to you, I guess.
My name is Earl.
So yeah, those are my thank yous. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to thank the Cartridge Bros for acknowledging in their latest episode that they have stolen all my ideas and my whole deal. So
Kevin was nice enough to point out that we stole Jrock's idea, we stole his time limit of 10 minutes, and now we're stealing his animal segments. So all we're missing is sleeveless shirts and growing our hair.
That'll be next.
thanks, Cartridge Bros. You guys rock. Peekaboo? Never heard you say peekaboo? Say peekaboo? 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 Does he play that with you? Peekaboo! Oh wow! Billy says peekaboo. I didn't even know that. Now let's get into this week. This has been another crazy week. Last week was crazy. This week, again, is crazy. Earlier on, probably around Tuesday, I think, Tuesday morning, I'm on my way to work. I'm kind of running late. I'm running to the coffee shop to get my coffee, and heading into the GO station. And this bum who's sitting out there chain smoking outside the GO station. I see this guy all the time. I hear him. He says, "Get a haircut, you effing slob." Like he swore. He's saying the real word. I'm not gonna swear, right? You know what? I will say it. I'm about to swear. He said, "Get a haircut, you fucking slob." And I turn around, I look at him, I'm like, what? And he repeats it to me, and it's like, you can tell he's not right in the head. I've seen this guy before. He goes around like begging for cigarettes, and he's sort of like, he's like smoking a cigarette, and he's like looking at me, but like kind of looking through me at the same time, and like talking to me, but also like himself, like it's his inner monologue or something. So I'm just like, give him the thumbs up and say like, good for you, and then I'm just like, I throw my hands up and curse the town that I live in, because it's crazy. Whew. So yeah, and then another crazy thing is turned our lives upside down in our apartment. We have to deal with, and I feel ashamed to say it, but pests. We have some pests, and I dare not speak their name. Yeah, these little bastards, hands up if you dealt with, these problems in your house before, bugs and insects that you don't want in your place. So we had to move all our furniture in like our living area and we had to move it like away from the walls, take all the stuff out of the kitchen and the bathroom, and then they had to come in and spray, and it just totally our lives upside down. So we're just we spent the weekend putting our lives back together, and we also like I thanked my friends earlier, Elle, Tony, and Steph, for having our animals for 24 hours. Well, that's because they had to come to our place and spray for them. So yeah, it was crazy. We had our three animals, Tybalt, Ruprecht, Alfred, and Paul the snake. Then we had them all in the truck, and the car share truck that we rent occasionally, and we're bringing the snake to our friend Steph's house, and then we're bringing the rats and Tybalt to our friends Elle and Tony's place. And it's just like one of those math problems, you know, one of those problem-solving questions from when you were a kid. It'd be like, oh, you or it's like one of those one of those riddles where it's like, you can only get these, you have to get these three animals across the lake, but you can only put the two together at the time, and these two can't be together, and just, it was like a crazy problem. So just crazy time, and just moving everything, so stressed out. Tybalt, don't be a wuss. So what, you're in a car. Nobody likes a whiner. Also, on negative news, I'm back to an afternoon shift next week. I've been liking the day shift, had more time with my wife, and living like a regular schedule, seeing some friends for dinner and hangouts and stuff like that. But it's back to the old grindstone on the afternoon shift, which is really like an evening shift that is more of a night shift sometimes. So yeah, let's talk about some positive stuff, okay?
Positive thinking, Ricky.
Enough negativity. I don't like doing that, but that's what's been going on with me, and you know, I need you guys to pull for me out there, because just stuff sucked there for a bit, but hopefully things are looking on the up and up. And some positive stuff that happened is the other day, Friday, I get off the train from work and I go to my local Timmy's. I come out of there, and who do I spot across walking on the sidewalk is JKB. He was my YouTube shout of the week last week, and it was just crazy to see him. He's from Toronto, and apparently he was meeting up with our mutual friend Tim, aka Jesus Kane, who was a YouTube shout out of the week of mine a few weeks back. But yeah, it was just crazy to see him outside my Timmy's there. They're all from out of town, so that was just sort of serendipitous. Serendipitous was a previous word of the week. But yeah, that was just really cool. So I actually didn't get a picture or anything, but we shot the shit for a while, and they were going on some wicked, like, I don't know, 100-kilometer long through a county yard sale thing. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So I did get a few more games that I'd like to talk about here, some pickups, some game pickups. I got a bunch of original Xbox stuff here. Since I got my original Xbox, I've been looking for some games. So I got Mech Assault 2, limited edition. It's like, ooh, shinies. Cold Fear. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Nightcaster. Midway Arcade Treasures 2, which has a lot of cool arcade games on it, like Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Gauntlet 2, Spy Hunter 2, Zybots, and Ark. And you can tell I'm just reading things off the back. And then I grabbed Shenmue 2, because that's on the rise in popularity, and I found it for very decent. So yeah, there's some games, and then also let's go into the next segment of what I've been playing with another pickup, and that is finally I grabbed Batman Return of the Joker for the NES. I have been looking for this game forever. I was so excited, I even busted out my Batmobile and cleaned it up, shined it up nice for a little photo op. How do you like that Batmobile? From when I was a kid, I always kept this just like the Ghostbusters car in my Ninja Turtle van. I'll never get rid of these things. But yeah, excited about getting Batman Return of the Joker, and It was the first time I played it today. I haven't really emulated it before. I don't do much emulation, but yeah, I was really impressed with this. It's more of a shooter type game. I would liken it to something like Mega Man rather than the first Batman game made by Sunsoft, the same developer as this one, is more of a Ninja Gaiden sort of beat 'em up, like you're punching with your fists. You can shoot things, but this game is more of a shooter. There is even like a straight up shoot 'em up level. One thing that's really cool is the boss battle. The first boss battle there that I got to, it's really interesting the way that they have the health worked out with numbers there. I've never really seen that done before. That's pretty unique. And it's just really cool to see so many different game styles thrown into this. And like I said, it's more of a shooter. So if you like that sort of thing, if you ever played Mega Man and like that, you most likely will like this game. And it's Batman. And it's a really uncommon game to get. So happy to get. And then also I've been playing some Resident Evil Revelations on Xbox 360. I don't know how far off I am from beating it. I think I just beat Chapter 6. But yeah, that's a really fun game. Recommend it. And yeah, have not been playing Super Mario Sunshine for the Cartridge Club this week. Sorry guys. I don't really dig that game. It turned me off. So yeah, let's talk about the word of the week. You know what the word of the week this week is? Blight.
Blight. Blight.
Blight is a cause of impairment, destruction, ruin, or frustration. So this pest problem has been a blight for me. Very much so. So yeah, blight. If you've heard it before, now you know its true definition. So yeah, let's do a YouTube shout out of the week. That's about what we do right now, isn't it? And certainly not a blight. I would like to think an anti-blight on the retro gaming community is RETROHOLICS Anonymous, and they are a new podcast with a lot of familiar faces to me. There's quite a lot of them there. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dudes. You gotta remember their names, so I wrote it down. Exit, Lost, Utah Punk, Brazzle the Gamer, JD McFly, Adam from Replayability, that dude. Hey, look, it's my buddy Adam. We're real pals. And Lumps the Clown. A lot of cool dudes there that I've watched their stuff before, and they got this new podcast where they all do like a round table talking about cool gaming stuff. So I checked out, I'm about halfway through their first episode where they talk about their sort of gaming history and how they all got involved with doing the online gaming thing and how they met everybody and made friends online. So it's really cool to listen to. Go on over there. They have a YouTube channel, obviously, because they're YouTube shout out of the week. But they also, I'm not sure, they're going for iTunes and they're available on other stuff, but they upload the whole, well, the first episode was 2 hours, but they uploaded the whole thing on YouTube, so you can go check that out, subscribe, and tell them Jrock sent you, of course, and because they rock already. I can tell. This podcast rocks. So let's finish out this episode with a question for the viewers, as is what we do, right? That's what we do. This is what we do each week. We sit here and we do these things. So my question for you is, have you ever personally dealt with a pest in your home other than Kevin from Buried on Mars? So that's my question for you. Have you ever dealt with a pest in your home? So, you know who I am. I'm Jrock the GameRocker, so let me hand it on over to P2 and he'll tell you what to do.
So keep on rocking them games.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we stole his catchphrase. Yeah.
Thanks for gathering around, Pebbles. Oh, how I do cherish these moments together. If you missed last week's episode, click the video at the top left to go check that out. And also, don't forget to check out the latest, greatest retro gaming podcast on the block, RETROHOLICS Anonymous. And a special thanks to the NESROMANCER, the most shreddinest 6-string slinging face melter from down under, for providing this rockin' tunage for this episode.
Run for your